A man was disrespected by a woman in front of his family in the middle of the street. First, by being slapped in the face and then kicked in the stomach. She knows he's a fighter who pretends to be a father, and he wants to kill his talent. When the man refuses to fight, she slits a bystander's throat to test his patience. Since the woman is very determined to kill more people and escalate her violence, Donnie Yen decides to reveal his true nature and confront the attackers using his deadly martial arts techniques. Donnie Yen tries to avoid the unnecessary escalation by fleeing, but the woman is hot on his heels. Just as a skilled fighter would, Donnie Yen uses this predicament to his advantage. Following the philosophy and strategies of many kung fu practitioners, Donnie Yen attacks the woman in a versatile and agile style to keep her off balance. Ultimately, he lets her fall to her death. The detective is reportedly looking into this farmer due to suspicion stemming from a previous violent incident. The man was defending himself against two violent criminals who attempted to rob his store. The combination of frozen feet and blood in the eyes of the victims is a result of the killer's unique and very violent methods. The detective, with his keen observational skills and forensic knowledge, notices inconsistencies and an unusual level of skill displayed by the farmer. The fighter strikes were not just physically damaging but also disrupted the body's internal systems. The way this farmer dispatched the criminals was far too precise and efficient for an ordinary civilian. He begins to suspect that Donnie Yen is hiding a dangerous past and that his actions were not merely self-defense but rather the work of a highly trained martial artist. As the investigation progresses, it's revealed that Donnie Yen was indeed a member of the 72 Demons, a notorious group of bandits known for their brutality and numerous murders led by his father, and they want him back in the group. In a desperate act of atonement and a declaration that he wants to leave his violent past behind, Donnie Yen cuts off his own arm. However, his father's actions, holding his family hostage, shatter any hope of a peaceful life and force him into a final violent showdown. Even with the disadvantage of losing his arm, Donnie Yen fights bravely with exceptional skill and the power of martial arts master. Despite his talent, his father a master of brutal martial arts and gains the upper hand. The fight becomes increasingly desperate with Donnie Yen struggling to defend himself against his father's relentless attacks. The detective who is watching from afar understands that the father is a deadly threat that must be eliminated to save Donnie Yen and his family. He uses a sharp object to fatally stab his father in the neck, thereby ending his life, ending the immediate threat to Donnie Yen as Donnie Yen is left to grapple with the consequences of his past and the final violent act that saved his life. He's now free from it, but it comes at a very high cost.